Hello and welcome to Pyramid Journey Through Ascension. I am Joanne and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome! The aim for this YouTube channel is just to share with you what the things that I do in my ascension journey to help others along the way. So today I have received a new set of oracle cards, and I thought it might be fun to share with you what I do when I receive a new set of oracle cards, and just share the process I go through before I use them. Oracle cards or tarot cards are obviously a tool that we use in spirituality, and they hold energy like anything does, and they're also a tool to help us connect. So when we're using anything that is a tool in regards to spirituality or spirit, it is very important to set the intention for these tools, to clear them and to ensure that they are being used from the heart center and for the highest good of all. So these cards that I have received they're still in the wrapper. They are the Fairy Tale Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. I love Lucy Cavendish. She's very magical. She feels very related to Avalon and the fairies and the dragon fae, and I have a couple of her decks and I love them. So I've seen these. My wholesaler was selling them and I didn't have them, and I thought I'm just gonna try them. So it's an enchanted oracle of initiation, mystery and destiny. So I thought they could be quite fun. What I've done today is, before I open them, I've had some crystals on the top. So I have a beautiful Lemurian. This Lemurian is very close to my heart. I've had this on top of the deck. It is a keeper of knowledge. So I'm setting the intention with this on top of the deck, okay, that I want it to help me with my knowledge for the highest good of all. I also have a little heart rose aura quartz on there for love, okay, because I want to use them from the heart center with love, and a big chunky bit of tourmaline, something in the back there, a big chunky bit of tourmaline to ward off any negativity or to pull in any negativity, so that I make sure that the deck is nice and clear. So I've had it sitting with them on top of it for today. So that's me just setting the intention. I like to set crystals on top of my oracle decks that I'm working with. I believe that intention is everything. So the more intent that you put into something, the more that energy builds. I'm not going to be able to get this now, hold on. Okay, so let's take the wrapper off. Okay, so whenever I get new oracle cards, what I do is I clear them, because you don't know who's handled them, where they've been from, and everything carries energy, so I want these to be nice and clear. I love unboxing a box of oracle cards. It's like getting a new book, you know, the smell of a new book. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, so it comes with a lovely big book, and the cards are always nice and chunky. Lovely, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make sure the window's open actually. 2 seconds. Don't want to be light and sage with closed windows, that's never good. Okay, let's going to light some sage. For those of you who don't know, sage is very clearing of negative energies. You run things through the smoke. Okay, so I'm just popping that in my little holder here. And what I'm going to do is, before I've even taken the cover off the cards, is I'm just going to run the cards through the smoke. And just all the while thinking about clearing the energy of the cards and using them for the highest intent to help myself and to help anyone else with guidance that they might need. I also like to give the book a little bit of a sage. Oh, I love sage. I love sage. Sage of life. I need to sage my life. Okay. Let me put that over beside the open window because I don't want the smoke alarm going off. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. So now have this deck. Now I'm just going to remove this. I like looking at them. A nice patterns in the back. Okay, so now that I've cleared the deck, what I want to do is I want to set the intention for them, okay? So your left hand is always your receiving hand for energy, okay? It's your receiving hand and you send with your right. So in my left hand, I'm going to place the cards and I'm going to take them up to my heart center. I'm going to take them close to my heart. And I'm just going to concentrate on connecting to the energy of these cards. And I'm just going to, they feel quite highly energetic actually. My heart's just like, ooh, it's a little bit excited. So I'm just going to take them to my heart and set the intention to work with these cards for the highest good of all. And to work with them only from a heart space and for the highest timeline of all. And so it's done. So I'm just feeling the energy of the cards. I feel quite excited to work with them actually. Fairy Tale Oracle. So once I've cleared the cards, once I've taken them to my heart, once I've stated the intent, I like to look through all the cards and just feel into the energy. So these cards have numbers and names, and that's Snow White, look. Ooh, and Rapunzel. Beautiful artwork. Artwork's by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Rapunzel. I love all the art. I absolutely love the Dragon Fae Oracle that is done by Lucy Cavendish. Got the Princess and the Pea. Sensitivity. Oh, little Hansel. Survival. And do you know what I love about Lucy Cavendish's cards? They've always got a mix of light and night. You know, they're not all... they also help you work on your shadow side, so I love them. Gretel. So I'll just, yeah, because they've got like the poisoned apple, look, so that's all about jealousy. Little Mermaid. So what I'll do is I'll work my way through these cards, just placing my energy into each card. And I would take my time while I'm doing this, looking through them all, making sure they're all separated. Thumbelina. Oh, look at Little Red Riding Hood. So not Little Red Riding Hood, just Riding Hood. Wow, look at that wolf. I'll put the name of the cards in here for anybody that likes them. So I'm just, as I'm going through these cards, I'm just feeling into the energy. I'm also putting my intent into them. Oh, the little match girl. So these are all fairy tales and stories and Tamlin. Don't know, I've never heard of Tamlin. Snow White's in there. Okay, let me just work through these cards. Oh, look at the fairies one. Oh, so pretty. Sometimes these cards can stick together a little bit. Like that one. See, some of our cards can have quite a shadow aspect to them, and I like that because it lets you know what you're working on and what you can incorporate in your in the shadow side, because we're all light and night, you know. Awesome. Oh, look at the little black lamb in that. Oh, the black sheep of the family. I wonder if that's what that represents. How many of us here are that, right? The black sheep. Dedication. Fairy ornament. Oh, look, she's got a little So I would take a little bit more time than that going through the cards, okay? And then before I work with the cards, I don't really read the guidebook. You can, I mean, it's like a book in itself, the guidebook. They always give you good insight into how the oracle came about. As I say, Lucy Cavendish has a lot of awesome information. So anybody that's connected to magic will love her decks. So also in here it lets you know how to use the oracle cards, the questions that you use, you know, reverse cards, caring for the card's energy. So the books cover everything, so you can read that. I personally tend not to. Okay, and then before I work with the cards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I hit them 3 times, okay? So 4, actually, I do it 4. Then I blow. And what you're doing is you're just knocking off any excess energy while you're doing that. And again, you're going to set the intent. So I'm going to give these cards a little shuffle to start with because they haven't been shuffled. They're still in the order that they came in. Now, because this is a spiritual tool and you're working with energy, I personally think it's very important that you yourself are protected, okay? So I'm going to do another video at some point about spiritual protection and why it's important. But in the meantime, these are a tool, okay? These are a tool to connect to energy, to spirit, to your higher self, to your guides, depending how you want to work with them. And when you open up to work with any other energy, it's very important that you protect your own, okay? So my energy has been cleared, I am grounded, and I have my protection round about me before I start to work with these cards, okay? That's very, very important. And remember to always state your intent, okay? Because to some, these might just look like cards, but these cards are used to connect to energies that perhaps you can't hear or see, okay? So when I'm working with oracle cards, I like to ask a version of my higher self to come in, my higher self in 7. She is the magic one on my stream. So what I like to do before I ask the oracle any questions is I just like to sit and ensure that I'm grounded. And I'm just asking in through my heart up to my higher self to come in and connect, to help me bring any messages that I need to know today. And I'm just going to ask her to help guide me. Now, you don't have to connect into your higher self. You can connect into your guides. You can connect into the angels. your guardian angel. You can connect into whatever it is that resonates with you. In the morning, I have 2 decks that I work with, and in the morning I pull a card from a deck and I ask for a message from my higher self for the day, and then I have another deck that I work with every day, and I ask for a card from my ancients, so my ancestors, what my ancestors would like me to know. So remember, you've got loads of a team working round about you, okay? So, and when you're asking questions, always be very, very specific with the questions that you're asking. It's very important, okay? So all I'm going to do with these cards is, I'm going to connect into my higher self. And I'm just going to ask, what message is relevant for me in this now moment? Please, what message is relevant for me in this now moment? Now, some people shuffle the cards until they kind of feel they want to stop. Some people have a very specific routine that they do. They might want to turn them round, knock, whatever works best for you. Okay, you will find that as you work with cards, you'll just find your own way of doing this. Personally, for myself, when I am working with the cards, I like to work with jumping cards, or when I specifically I'll hear stop in my head, so I'll then know to stop. So what do I need to know today, please, higher self? What would you like me to know in this very now moment, please? This one? Okay. Okay, so I'll just feel that card. It's kind of popped out. And then I will work with the energy of the card that has come through. You can also, if you want, you could ask your guide, or is there a message from your angel? Because they're all going to have different messages for you. They all kind of work on specific things with your energy. So, but that's how I do it. I also make sure that once I have done a reading, I'm always thanking my higher self for the energy that I've connected into, okay? And I place them back in the deck, just being grateful for any messages that have been received for the highest good of all. And I like to place a crystal on top of them before putting them away. So that is how I open decks, connect to the energy of them, and start working with them. I hope this has been beneficial for some people that are watching this. I'm sure there's many of you there that have been working with decks and do it your own way. But this is just the way that I like to do it. And just always remember that you're working with energy. Okay, so intention is everything. Making sure energy is cleared, because you want to go into a reading clear energy. And every time I pick up a deck, or if I'm asking a different question, I'm going to want to clear the energy of it from the last time I used it, because they hold energy. Everything holds energy. You're putting intent in there. So whenever there's a new intent, every time you're drawing cards for a different reason, make sure that you're clearing the deck. And with that, I will send you lots of love and blessings and gratitude. And I will see you all very soon. Lots of love.